guys, and welcome to another Whitney's Wonders. So today I am going to be reading a book to you. So this is one of those videos. I have just picked up a bunch of a series that I used to have as a kid, and you used to go to the Scholastic book orders. Do you remember that in the libraries at school? Well, I got a rocking chair too, so it's like I'm really like reading a book to the children. But yeah, I remember the Scholastic book fairs. You get the little pamphlet and you look through it, you'd be so excited. Not like I was ever allowed to get anything because they're too expensive and mom wouldn't buy us the books. And speaking of that too, just so everybody knows, Dolly Parton has a very good book program actually. It's completely free. I signed my niece Isla up for it. It basically, you get a book every month for your child up until the age of 5 for free. They ship it right to your house. Wonderful program. Dolly Parton, amazing woman. I give props to her for that because that's awesome. Because kids need to read, because people need to be, it's hard to be illiterate in the world. I'm sure everybody who is illiterate, like the rest of us, you have to find ways to, move forward with it. It's very difficult. So I find with kids, the earlier you start reading to them, maybe it makes it easier. They'll still have a hard time, but reading is very important, I think, for adults, children, everybody. And it expands your mind. So the book series that I recently purchased was the Franklin series. So the first one I'm going to read is my very favorite Franklin book, Franklin in the Dark. And this is one of the old ones. You could tell by the thing. On the back it shows all the ones that it actually had for it. I have some new ones, I have some old ones. But we're going to read Franklin for this one. So Franklin in the Dark. So there's the picture. Franklin could slide down a riverbank all by himself. He could count forwards and backwards. He could even zip zippers and button buttons. But Franklin was afraid of small dark places, and that was a problem because Franklin was a turtle. He was afraid of crawling into his small dark shell. And so Franklin, the turtle, dragged his shell behind him. Every night, Franklin's mother would take a flashlight and shine it into his shell. "See," she would say, "there's nothing to be afraid of." She always said that. She wasn't afraid of anything, but Franklin was sure that creepy things, slippery things, and monsters lived inside his small dark shell. So Franklin went looking for help. He walked until he met a duck. "Excuse me, duck, I'm afraid of small dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," quacked the duck. "You see, I'm afraid of very deep water sometimes. When nobody is watching, I wear my water wings. Would my water wings help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of water." So Franklin walked and walked until he met a lion. "Excuse me, lion, I'm afraid of small dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," roared the lion. "You see, I'm afraid of great loud noises. Sometimes, when nobody is looking, I wear my earmuffs. Would my earmuffs help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of great loud noises." So Franklin walked and walked and walked until he met a bird. "Excuse me, bird, I'm afraid of small dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," chirped the bird. "I'm afraid of flying so high that I get dizzy and fall to the ground. Sometimes when nobody is looking, I pull my parachute. Would my parachute help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of flying high and getting dizzy." So Franklin walked and walked and walked and walked until he met a polar bear. "Excuse me, polar bear, I'm afraid of small dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," growled the bear. "You see, I'm afraid of freezing on icy cold nights. Sometimes when nobody is looking, I wear my swimsuit to bed, or snowsuit to bed. Would my snowsuit help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of freezing on icy cold nights." Franklin was tired and hungry. He walked and walked and walked until he met his mother. "Oh, Franklin, I was so afraid you were lost." "You were afraid? I didn't know mothers were even afraid," said Franklin. "Well, did you find some help?" she asked. "No, I met a duck who was afraid of deep water." She said. Then I met a lion who was afraid of great loud noises. She said. And then I met a bird who was afraid of falling, and a polar bear who was afraid of freezing. Oh, she said, they were all afraid of something? Mm-hmm, said Franklin. It was getting late. Franklin was very tired and very hungry. They walked and walked until they were home. Franklin's mother gave him a cold supper and a warm hug, and then she sent him off to bed. Good night, dear, she said. Well, Franklin knew what he had to do. He crawled right inside his small dark shell. He was sure he saw creepy things, slippery things, and a monster, but he said a brave good night. And then, when nobody was looking, Franklin, the turtle, turned on his nightlight. And there you have it. That is Franklin in the dark. So, just goes to prove to you that everybody's scared of something, and at some point you got to try and overcome your fears. But yeah, so I'll do some more books after that, but that was one of my favorites from childhood, Franklin in the Dark. Hope everybody enjoyed Reading with Whitney.